or you could go sailing around the world, or you could go hiking in the canyons. But you said you don't want to hike in the canyons.
No,
Or
I
you could go
have
climb a mountain.
normal adventure. It's going to the zoo and meet a raccoon.
That's it. You just want to go to the zoo and meet a raccoon?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. What am I going to do with you guys? You guys have no sense of adventure.
Nothing.
So how are you today?
I'm good.
Yeah, how's the raccoon?
I will ask, how are you today, raccoon? He say, very good.
Very good. USA Today. What? Something wrong with your raccoon? He looks like he's something wrong with your back screen. The green screen is on. So you prepared like a good boy today, yeah?
Yeah.
Are you lying to me?
No.
Really? All right. We're going to read about Aaron Ralston. You remember him?
No.
So how did you prepare if you don't know who Aaron Ralston is? Unbelievable. What am I going to do with you? Aaron Ralston, remember? He's the hiker. They made a movie about him. He went hiking in Blue John Canyon, Utah. You remember now? Page 102. What happened to him?
He lost one arm.
He lost his arm. Why?
Because the rock pulled his arm.
The rock pulled his arm off?
And he cut his arm.
Oh my God. Could you cut your arm off? Do you think you could do that?
No.
But what if you're going to die if you don't? Maybe. I guess we have to be in that situation in order to know what we would do, huh? But that sounds scary. That's for sure. Yeah, that's what we're going to read about. We're going to read about Aaron Ralston and his amazing story. If you get a chance to watch the movie, I forget what it's called, though. I think it's like 126 hours or 124 hours, the amount of time he was stuck in that canyon. It's a really good movie. But we're going to read about it. And as usual, I'm going to ask you lots of questions to see how much you understand. Piece of cake, right?
No.
But you love tests.
No. Never.
Tests are fun.
I know it's fun, but
I know it's fun. But especially when you prepare.
Yeah.
All right. When you're ready to read, mister, lose your arm or lose your life. April.
Lose your arm or lose your life.
Yeah.
In April 23, 2000.
23? In the year 23? It's like 2,000 years ago. What year?
20.
You can say like a phone number. You can say in 2003. Or if you want, you can say 2003. Up to you.
2003. Aaron
Ralston. I think it's Ralston.
Ralston went to Blue John Canyon in
Utah
to hike. Although he was on his own, he was an experienced climber, so he wasn't worried. But he made two big mistakes. He didn't have a mobile phone with him, and he didn't tell anybody where he was. Aaron climbed down a narrow gap between the walls of the canyon. Suddenly, a large rock fell on his right arm. It trapped his
Made what?
arm.
It what?
Trapped.
Remember a
Trapped.
P with an ED?
Trapped.
Trapped? No.
Trapped
Trapped. That's right. Trapped his arm.
his arm against the cannon wall.
Canyon. Cannon is what the army uses to fire weapons at someone. Fire the cannon, not a cannon. Canyon.
Canyon wall. He tried to pull his arm out, but the rock was 360 kilograms. It was impossible. Aaron realized that he was in trouble. He couldn't phone a friend or his parents. No, and nobody knew he was there. He didn't have much food or water with him. First of all, he tried to move the rock. Then he tried to break rock with his knife. He had rope and he tried to pull the rock away. Nothing worked. Meanwhile, Aaron slowly drank his water and ate His food. He had a video camera with him and he videoed himself every day. He recorded messages
Mm.
messages
Messages, yeah.
to his parents and his friends. After 5 days, Aaron had no more water and he felt very weak and ill. He couldn't feel his hand. He had to make a decision.
Decision, yeah.
Decision. He could die or he could cut his own arm off. He broke the bone in his arm. Then he tied off clothes around his arm and started cutting with his knife. It took him an hour. He said afterward it was 100 times worse any pain ever felt before. Finally, he was free, but he was still 12 kilometers from his car. He had to go down the canyon wall on the rope using just one arm. Then he had to walk through the canyon in the hot sun. Eventually, he met some other hikers and a helicopter came to rescue him. Nowadays, Aaron gives talks about his experience, and recently he has written a book about it. He has an artificial arm.
Artificial, yeah.
He still loves hiking and he hasn't given up climbing. He lost his arm, but he's still alive.
Yes, lucky guy. Lucky he managed to get free and lucky that he didn't bleed to death. And lucky he got saved. Artificial arm, yeah. You can see it in the picture, right? Fake arm. Artificial intelligence when you play video games. Yeah, man-made. Eventually, he met. So, yeah. And written. Just got to work on those little sounds, but it'll come. The more practice you get, the better you get. Okay. So what about you? Would you go hiking alone in the canyons like that?
No.
No, why not? Be fun.
No, it's dangerous.
It's dangerous. You think a rock would fall on you too?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
I think
It's probably pretty rare, not something that happens every day. But yeah, people do die when they go hiking in canyons. It happens. They fall or something can happen. It could fall on his head. What if we had the whole class and me and Miss Lay, all of us, and we'd go hiking in the valleys and the canyons? Would you go then?
No.
You wouldn't go hiking with me?
No.
Why? Why not? You don't trust me?
No.
We'll bring the raccoon too.
No.
But the raccoon would know where to go. It'd be safe. And if something happened, the raccoon could go get help and save us.
No, he can't.
No, he can't, huh? All right. Where did Aaron go hiking? Where did this all happen?
Like Aaron Blue Yon Cannon.
Blue Yon? What's a Blue Yon?
Is in Utah.
Blue John.
Blue John.
Blue, the color blue, right? Isn't it? Blue John Canyon. I don't know how it got that name. I don't see anything blue. John must be someone who explored it before or something. Blue John Canyon. I find that to be an odd name. Where is Utah? Do you know where Utah is? That's where Johnny Utah's from. Where do you think Utah is? You think it's in Russia?
Italy.
In Italy? They don't have big canyons like that in Italy. Do you know where the Grand Canyons are? Where's the Grand Canyon? I think we've done that in one of the lessons. The biggest canyons in the world, the Grand Canyons. Where is that?
I don't know.
USA, United States. Utah is one of the states. And I don't know for sure, but I think Blue John Canyon is it's definitely in the north of the Grand Canyons. So it might even be a part of it. It looks a lot like the Grand Canyons, but I'm not sure. But it's down in that area. It's in the western, central, southwestern, south central west, if you can say that. All right. So it says that he was hiking through the canyons. And then he said he climbed down into something. So what did he climb down into?
A narrow gap between the wall of the canyon.
Yeah. So because it says he climbed down again at the end to get out to save himself. So he must have climbed up on a plateau and then he must have gone. And then there was another crack canyon because he says it was narrow. And he was climbing down. So he must have been able to touch both sides. And in the movie, it was really narrow because the rock kind of falls and jams in between the rocks with his arm stuck against the wall, not on the floor or the ground. So he must have climbed up somewhere and then climbed down into a canyon because later it says he had to climb down the canyon wall with one arm. So it must have been quite the little adventure. But yeah, he climbed down and into a narrow canyon. Yeah. So we know that when he was climbing down this canyon, a rock fell inside that canyon, that narrow canyon, and he got his arm stuck. He tried 3 things to free himself. What 3 things did he try to free himself?
He tried. The first one is try to pull his arm out.
Yeah, so pulling and pushing the rock, trying to get himself free, natural, obvious, yeah, instinctive. Okay. What else did he try? That didn't work.
He and second he tried to move the rock.
How did he try to move the rock?
He used knife.
So he tried to move the rock with the knife. He couldn't move it with his hands.
I know. He used left arm
To try to move it. But what did he do with the knife? What did he try to do with the knife?
He break the rock.
He was trying to break off pieces of the knife. Yeah, so he could get his hand out or his arm out. Yeah, that's right. And then he tried something else that didn't work. What else did he try?
He used the rope, the pull rope.
Yeah.
Pull rock away.
Yeah. Now, I remember the movie. I remember him doing something with his ropes, but I'm trying to imagine if you're in the canyon with the two walls, because he would have needed something to throw the rope around to try to get leverage so he could pull it and try to pull it up or pull it out sideways or something. So he was trying to get leverage so he could get his arm out, but that didn't work either. So he was in big trouble. Okay. After that. So it says he drank his water slowly and ate his food. Why did he drink it slowly? Why did he eat and drink slowly?
Because the water and food is very. He don't have a lot of food and water. So
Yeah.
he
He didn't bring a lot of water or food. I don't think he was planning on being in the canyon for 5 days. That wasn't the plan. So I don't know. Seems kind of silly to me. If I was stuck in that canyon, I would have just called pizza, had pizza ordered. Then I could hang out, eat some pizza and try to figure out my problem. Why didn't he just order some pizza or some fried chicken? That's what I would have done. Tough question, huh?
In Canon don't have Wi-Fi
Don't have Wi-Fi.
or anything.
Well, maybe he had a satellite phone. Why didn't he just call for pizza? Then he wouldn't be so hungry.
Because he don't put phone.
He what?
He don't put the phone.
He didn't bring.
Bring.
Yeah, because he did two things very, very stupidly. Yeah, big mistakes. One, he didn't bring a hand phone, a mobile phone with him, which you're right, too. It's very possible that even if he had brought a phone, it's possible that he would not have gotten a Wi-Fi reception. That's very possible, too, especially down in a narrow canyon. But he made another big mistake. What was it? He made two big mistakes. One, he didn't bring a mobile phone. And
The food and water don't have no.
what? He didn't bring a mobile phone, and he made one other very important mistake. Why didn't nobody find him? Why didn't someone come looking for him? I'm sure they did come looking for him after a day or two.
Because in Canon don't have people.
Well, no, nobody lives in the canyons, but he has parents, he has friends. He was making videos for them. Why didn't they come and help him? Hey, it's nighttime. Aaron always comes back when the sun goes down. What the heck? He must be lost.
I know.
Okay.
He don't say anything with parents or any friend.
He didn't tell them where he was going.
Yeah.
That's the problem. So even if they found his car, he was about 12 kilometers away from his car. So you see the picture, how big the canyon is. It's like, oh my God, which way? That way, that way, that way, that way, that way, that way. Oh, how are we going to find him? They have no idea where he is. Yeah, exactly. That's why. Okay. Oh, that was. Okay. This is the big question here, and it's not in the book, but I want to know if you know why he did this. Right? We know he cut his arm off. He had to survive, right? It's the only way he was going to get out of that canyon, because he would have died before anybody found him. But he did something first. First, he took a cloth and he tied it around his arm really tight before he cut his arm off. Why did he tie a cloth around his arm?
Because I think the blood can flow away.
Go out, come out. Exactly. That's right. Because you have to cut the circulation. Otherwise, your heart's just going to keep pumping, and you're going to squirt. After you cut your arm off, you're going to lose all your blood. You're going to bleed to death. And he would have never made it back to the valley or his car. He would have never got rescued because he would have passed out because of loss of blood. That's right. It's called a tourniquet. You tie cloth really, really, really tight around your arm to squeeze the arteries so there'll be no blood coming out after you cut your arm off. Not that we have to do that every day or anything, but it's very important if you have a very serious injury. It happens like with people who get bitten by a shark and they're bleeding really bad, but they have to get to the hospital. So often they'll tie something around your leg or your arm to stop the blood from flowing. That way that you have a chance of saving your leg or your arm. Very important to cut the blood off. That's right. Good answer. Okay. All right. So it also says, right, he climbed down into a narrow canyon. So you got to kind of visualize. He must have climbed up some kind of a plateau and then saw some kind of a crack, like an earthquake, maybe, where there's a crack in there and you can climb down again. Because it says when he got out, he had to climb down a canyon wall again with only one arm. So he had to be up somewhere and then found a canyon. So let's go to the point where he climbs down the canyon wall. He's got the cloth tied around his arm. He's got his arm all wrapped up because now he doesn't have an arm. That's still in the canyon. How did he get rescued? That's my question. Did he get to the car? He finally made it, walked 12 kilometers, got to the car, and then took his phone and called a helicopter?
And he was, and he go in 12 kilometers to his car.
He what? He climbed down the canyon with one arm. And what happened?
He had to go the canyon wall on the rope using just one arm.
Yeah. How did he get rescued?
He walked through the canyon. He met some hikers.
He met some other hikers. Then what happened?
And the hikers called helicopters.
Yeah, they must have called 911 or emergency services or park rangers or somebody. There must be an emergency number or something in the canyons for things like that. And then the helicopter came to rescue him. Exactly. Okay. What do you think? Do you think you should write a book about his ordeal, his experience? Do you think he should write a book?
No.
No? Do you think he did write a book?
he record camera. I think he record camera and talking about him.
He recorded himself, yeah. But did he write a book about what happened?
I think maybe yes.
You think, huh?
Yeah.
Yes, he did. He wrote a book. He wrote a book about it. Because I told you already, not only did he write a book, but after that, they made a movie about him to tell the story. Because it's pretty remarkable. Yeah. So is he still hiking today? Or did he say, that's it? I'm going to do like Dudley. I'm never going hiking.
No, he still loves hiking.
He still loves hiking. Yeah. So he still does it, even with one arm. All right, buddy. Pretty good. Pretty good for someone who didn't prepare. I'm going to ask you one last question. Okay. Two more.
No.
Okay. Three. Only three.
No.
Well, you love questions. You said tests are fun.
No.
Are you hungry?
Yeah.
Too bad. All right. Let's say you could take any adventure you want. You could go on a safari in Africa in a nice big Jeep with your friends and go see all the wild animals, the hippos and the leopards and the lions and the giraffes. Or you could go sailing around the world. Or you could go hiking in the canyons. But you said you don't want to hike in the canyons.
Oh,
Or you could go climb a mountain.
Normal adventure. It's going to the zoo and meet a raccoon.
That's it? You just want to go to the zoo and meet a raccoon?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. What am I going to do with you guys? You guys have no sense of adventure. Wow.
It's a big adventure.
Going to the zoo is a big adventure? Wow. All right, Cracker Jack. We'll see you in interest 10 on Thursday.
Okay. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Don't forget to order some pizza for class.
Mm.
See you later, buddy.